Peace world, you know who it is. Back at it again. It's your boy, Alchemy Fitness, where we transfer you from lead to gold. So check this out. So one of my favorite movies, or one of my favorite basketball movies, is He Got Game. Spike Lee is one of my favorite directors, though. I think he doesn't get enough credit, in my opinion, because each director do have their fingerprint. But nevertheless, in this movie, He Got Game, right? Those who have seen it, there's a part where Jake Shuttleworth, played by Denzel Washington, is playing basketball, training his son, who in adult life or teenage life is played by Ray Allen, the NBA legend Ray Allen. But the 12-year-old Jesus, I don't know the character name, but anyway, he's training his son. And during his training session, like at nighttime, he's telling him it's the will of the man, not the skill of the man, right? And he's like giving his son all this encouragement or affirmations, talking about it's just me, you, and Michael Jordan. That's the only two people that's up. Nobody can guard you. These things to get into his psyche, right? So that's what I really want to talk about today is the will or imposing your will, right? Because a lot of people have, you've probably seen them too, who have a lot of talent, but they tend to only get them so far because they don't either work to perfect their craft, they get lazy, and your talent can only get you so far. But those who actually impose their will onto a certain situation can actually go further. But before I begin, I'm going to define what will means, right? Uh, my computer here. Uh, it says the desire, inclination, or choice of a person. That's one. Um, Meaning. Then the second one is the faculty of wishing, choosing, desiring, or intending. That's more along the lines of what we're talking about. And three, just a legal declaration of a person's wishes regarding the disposal of his or her property after death. But this one here I really like. I think I saw it on Reddit. Hold up. A person's will is their specific intention to do something now. Was it that one? No, I like this one. This is one, the noun, the faculty of conscious and deliberate choice of action, volition, right? So this leads into what I want to talk about. If you watch, I'm a big Michael Jordan fan. Yes, to me, he's the GOAT. If you want to have anyone else, that's your prerogative. I'm not here to argue with you. But there is a game, one of his monumental games or historic games, right, is and memorable is also the flu game. I think it's in '97, Game 5, right? And I think he just did an interview on it as well. He talks about it was a pivotal game, but he was like, yo, I got to go out there. Some say it's the flu game, he was poisoned, whatever. But the fact of the matter is, right, this man imposed his will on the game. And it basically, not just on the game, but on himself to get the job done. He played so well. The Jazz coach who passed, Jerry Sloan, he said Michael Jordan wasn't sick. That's how good he played. But if you look at him, if you observe him, you're like, oh no, this dude is really out here not feeling well, about to pass out on the stage, on the court, hooping. And that's, as a fan, more and more mature than basketball. That's what I realized too with Michael Jordan was his will. That's what made me like even more of a fan. Like I want to develop that. I remember Stephon Marbury in a Slam magazine article. He said the two things that surprised him in the NBA was one, John Stockton passing ability, and he said two, Michael Jordan's will. He said it's insane for someone to have that much game, right? So Mike is no joke. But how do we take that lesson and add it to our own life? Um, Certain things. That's why, like in weightlifting as well. It's something about pushing weight or adding resistance or external forces and pushing it off of you, right? I tell clients this all the time. The more you become more self-aware, the more you're self-aware, you get the body that you want. And this is how we impose our will and start shaping matter or bending reality to our will. It's like there's no spoon kind of thing, right? But that's another topic. So when it comes to our will, what is it that we desire, and what do we do when we get when we meet any obstacle? Do we retreat or do we push forward and try to overcome that obstacle for the desire that we want? Right, as it said in the definition here, it's the faculty of consciousness and deliberate choice of action. So what is the choice of action that we're going to do? Right? What is the next step? There's many things we feel like because we desire it, we should automatically have it or granted to us with just ease. But that's the problem too. Whenever we desire something, to test to see who we really are, we have to go through some trials and tribulation in order to get what we want. Yes, that sounds crazy, but that's just the way nature has it. You know what I mean? Because in the process of getting what you want, you have to learn more about yourself. This is why imposing your will is very important, right? Because everything ends and begins with you. And that's why you hear people say, enjoy the process, right? Everybody want the result or the end result, but it's getting from um not just A to Z, but it's A, B, C, D, E, etc. to Z, because you have to find out who you are in the process, and it makes you appreciate what you accomplish at the end. That's why some players, since we're talking about NBA, the 82 game season, they play the grueling, then it's the playoff time. Then once they get those 16 wins, right? Because the playoff is 16 wins. It's and to get the championship, you see the elation, the joy. That's why some people even cry, for like all the pain and suffering that they put in the sacrifice paid off now. So it is in life. So we have to ask ourselves these things when we're opposing our will. Are we willing to pay the price? You know what I mean? Sacrifice creates paradise, right? Shout out to Wes Watson. That's one of his lines he's always to say. But it's a fact. But in creating that paradise, we have to impose our will. You know what I'm saying? So, and just because something doesn't work one time doesn't mean we stop and be like, all right, and throw that away and try something else. Try a different method on it because you just know that didn't work. So it gives you another opportunity to try something else. It's like I forgot the maker of WD-40. It's called WD-40 because I think it's his first initials, but the number 40 represent he got the formula on the 40th try. And there's something with the number 42 that represents foundation. But that's another story, right? Not esoteric knowledge, but that's the point. He kept imposing his will until he got it. So ask ourselves, we have to ask ourselves and look in the mirror and and see what we really want to desire and what we're willing to do to impose our will. Because we do it. It can be done, right? As it is in heaven, it will be on earth. It shall be done. You can do it because everything you want is already inside of you. You just have to go and get it. So I hope this made sense to you guys. Wasn't trying to be long, no bore you. But if you're looking for online fitness coaching and macronutrient coaching to impose your will on your body to get the best body you can get, click the link in the description and we reach out to you. Let's see if we can work together. Alchemy Fitness signing off, where we transfer from lead to gold. Train hard, train smart, train safe. Peace.